Yeah, I would call my mama, then I hang up on my mama. Hang up on my mama.
It's a monster under your bed. Is it me? Am I the reason? It's just a negative mindset. Like, I'm not that scary. Like, I promise, even if I look scary.
I was just super in my feels about this girl that I was with. I'm fine being alone.
Hey everyone, Thordan Smash here, and today we are going to be talking about what the future of Season 20 and Apex Legends as a whole is going to be. Now, this isn't a Debbie Downer video where I'm going to talk about all the major issues in Season 20. We're going to go over a couple of them, but we're also going to go over some of the good sides and why this game is going in a completely different direction and why some people might leave, but some people might stay. That's kind of the point of this channel, is we cover both the good and the bad. So we're going to do all of that. We're also going to give out some of the anniversary shards for today's collection event. All you guys got to do is like, comment, subscribe, and a winner will be announced in tomorrow's video. Without further ado, let's talk about the end of an era for Apex Legends and what the future has in store. So Apex Legends Season 20 is already here, and as you can see from the 24-hour peak, it has hit a pretty high number of 425,381. Now, that is important to note that it did not surpass the all-time peak 12 months ago at 624,000, but it does show that this game is not going anywhere anytime soon. That being said, it is the end of an era for a lot of players who only have experiences from Season 0 to Season 13, as the game has changed pretty dramatically, and let's go ahead and talk about some of that stuff. First off, let's talk about some of the issues going on right now. We just finally got the next gen update. Now, me personally, I am on the Xbox Series X. I haven't had a problem. This seems to be impacting people on the PS5 a lot more, but if you're on the Series X or Series S and are having an issue, feel free to let me know down in the comments. But the Reddit response is absolutely insane. People are saying the graphics are atrocious in performance mode on PS5. I knew they had to be worse, but they are significantly worse. Call of Duty as well looks fine on performance mode, says other players. And the last one there, Big Nathaniel 69, says, yeah, it truly is a downgrade in visuals. That really is just Respawn being lazy and not doing it correctly. I mean, you can go through the Reddit and find multiple responses from multiple people. Rothflaw says, I enabled performance mode on my PS5. Should the quality loss be so big? I mean, I can't see nothing over like 200 meters. And if you look in the game, there is an image right here. Performance does look a little blurry from far away, or at least hard to make out certain things. It's hard to tell if this is the final product of what the next gen update was supposed to be for Apex Legends. But as of right now, I will say the community doesn't seem to be that hyped about it. There's also one other thing that people have really been talking about, and that is the audio in Season 20. This one I'm going to be honest with, even though people are posting that this is a new issue, this is not new. The audio has always been really rough in Apex Legends. There's no denying that, and people saying that they can't hear them at all, well, I don't know if that's ever actually going to be fixed in Apex Legends. This is just something at this point that we might have to accept is just part of the game of Apex in general. That being said, though, people have noticed in the new Thunderdome map, the crowd noise should probably be removed, which actually is a very valid point, or at least have the option to turn it off. If the audio is so bad, you shouldn't add more audio clutter into the game. That's only going to make it worse. So the player base actually has some really good points about that. Now, all this being said, there are some fantastic changes in the game as well. The new free cosmetics like the flatline have given us a reason to try out other characters. Seer's pick rate has jumped up almost 1,000%. Regardless of whether or not you don't think Seer is that great, it is nice to see that they are testing out new ways to actually get us to try other legends, and also giving us free cosmetics is pretty nice. That being said, the store is still really weird, and I wish they would address it. Like, for instance, this Horizon that was posted that has a 0% discount from 1,000, which is crossed off to 1,000. I mean, it's not a big deal, but like, why is that even there? And then there's other ones like this Catalyst Dragon Queen from the Lunar New Year event, where it says there's a negative 87% discount, but yet somehow the Apex coins now cost more than the 3,000 it was before. I am really confused. It's just little things like that just show that Respawn might want to fine-tune a couple of these more things. Along with that, we are getting another collection event next month, and it is a recolor event, which is a little disappointing. I was hoping we would move away from those and instead just have a recolor shop, especially because they did such great upgrades to it. Now, on top of that though, I will say it is very interesting with the new perk system. People will seem to either be loving or hating this thing. And this is where the end of the original Apex era is going to be, because these perks are not going anywhere, at least not anytime soon, and they completely change the way the game plays along with the Evo Shield changes, which have been the same since I think Season 5 or 6 with the Overdrive LVM. I am interested to hear your guys' thoughts down below and how they impact the game, most notably on how they impact ranked. Josh Medina actually did let us know that they are still looking at ways to fix the upgrade system, such as one player saying that the new perks feel unique and no one feels particularly overpowered. If there was one thing they could change, it would to auto select the upgrade instead of having to choose every time. And Medina said, you mean like a favorite upgrade free selection option with the eye emoji. This means that they are likely already actually working on this, which is fantastic. I would really like to see the perk system continue to get upgrades, and it will be a really good way to do buffs and nerfs in the future without having to overhaul entire characters. You can go ahead and do mini adjustments all the time. And the fact that they're adding in new LTMs, this is something we've asked for in Apex Legends forever. We have Straight Shot right now. We just had 3 strikes, which is great. And we have another one coming up this next month called the Hunt Trios, which also looks really cool and has some great details in it right here. That being said, the rank system is still out for debate right now. Sweet actually said we're 20 seasons into the game. It's a fun change that doesn't affect the core of the game. But sadly, ranked is cooked. And Medina said he's going to hold out on ranked panic until a couple days, weeks go by. It seems that there is not a definitive answer, and ranked is going to be interesting to see what they continue to do to try to fix the issue, as it is a core component of the game. Oh, and one last quick thing you guys should know, if you're using a skirmisher legend, it can actually cause crashes in the firing range. That's just another bug that I thought we would go over. I think at the end of this, we do need to acknowledge that Respawn is trying new stuff, and this is great to see, and I'm really happy about it. But it's also important to note that this game is now 5 years old, and while we will get big changes like the perk system coming into the game, some of the stuff like audio, or even at this point, maybe even ranked, may never see a true improvement or what the player base is expecting. Especially when we look at stuff like the next gen update, which just completely failed after waiting 3 years for it, or at least failed in a lot of people's eyes. We just need to accept that there are limitations for what Apex Legends and Respawn/EA can do, and be happy with what kind of product we can get, just as long as they don't gouge us for heirlooms and a $360 death box again. Put it down below. What are your impressions on Season 20? Do you think that they are going to continue to add a lot of great content, or do you think that this game's life cycle is winding down and this was their last big bang/hurrah before they finally get sunset? Also, don't forget to check out this channel right here by my editor Novell, who does amazing Apex Legends content and other video games. And until next time, Legends, keep slaying the Outlands, and I'll see you out there.